Welcome to Michelle Holden Art, and this week I'm just sharing a couple of days from week 11, pages 71, day 77 of my 100-day project. And this week has been full as always, but small daily returns have continued to keep me connected. And I am so thankful that I can keep those up. And I hope it's going well for you as well. There seems to be less self-doubt, more trust as we are coming into the last quarter of these 100 days. These last few days, as I've said, have felt quieter, less forcing, and more listening, more pausing. But not because I'm uncertain. I just want to pay attention to what's going on in the present moment. These marks feel more certain. They feel more like me. And not even because I know where I'm going, but because I'm trusting what wants to emerge, trusting what the page wants to say. And sometimes that's all I need. That's all I want. Some of you may be moving quickly through my free 5-day course to join the Facebook group, which we have wonderful twice a month meetings, we call them, gatherings, and I call it the monthly pause. So I just wanted to gently say, this course is meant, the 5-day free course, is meant to be experienced slowly, in your own pace. And this group was created to support that journey, not to skip ahead. So if you give yourself the space to actually move through those 5 days, you'll get so much more out of both. So wherever you are in your creative rhythm, just begin there, one soulful layer at a time. With these next couple of pages, I forget if it's 75, 70, anyway, it's in the mid-70s, and we'll see at the end. I was exploring putting first marks under the bright rectilinear composition of colors versus no marks. And of course, without marks, it's a lot quieter. And I know that I love my line through my work, but that's what I was sort of exploring here. And of course, the turquoise seemed to go everywhere, on my hands, on my brushes, on the handles, so that's what I was just cleaning up slightly off camera. And we know how these things can go. But in the busyness of the week, staying connected to my art and making notes of the collage papers that I really like using again and again. Not the exact same, but the same kind of transparency, line, rhythm. And I will be making notes on my pages here to make some more in those various colors. And I know I have not been putting the materials and all of that, but the colors here are that the yellow is a Naples yellow. This is a craft paint. It's just a beautiful aqua, so any aqua blue. The darker blue beside it is a turquoise. Here we have the neutral, the unbleached titanium, and the raw sienna. So loving these. I guess, consider them vintage colors, or just those bright, but not overly bright colors that you can mute, tone down, brighten up. And I've really been enjoying exploring these. So I hope you're enjoying your colors. I hope you're enjoying your 10-minute daily art practice and that it's keeping you connected. So I'm just writing a few thoughts, reflections, lots of times how I started, what worked, how it felt, and what did I think about during the pause. So when I come back, I can stay connected to this page. Love it. Like that. Let's do some gold. Where's the gold? Oh, there's a piece of this. You know. Oh, there it is. I don't know. I think it's this one. Yep. Why does this keep getting covered in blue? It's driving me nuts. No. No. Some gold. It doesn't go. What goes is mostly blue. I'm going to reduce this even more. What I'm going to do is this. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. 76. So, I guess I provided 3 days for this week, which is awesome. And you get to see the transition from one to the second, then to the last, which I went and found my rhythm papers that I've been looking for. This is day 76. And I just love translucent, transparent collage papers, especially when you put them down and the background melts away. Also layering marks of different value, different amounts of font, and echoing it on the substrate, in the collage, and then coming in with very transparent layers of paint. Same colors, but just a different approach. And a lot of it did get covered up, especially this initial, but the sense of it is still there. And that's what we can't be too precious, especially when we are using an intuitive layering process. So this piece I found, this is, you could use the deli wrap, tissue paper, or anything that really dissolves with a pipette or a fine line applicator, and explore with the different thicknesses of your paint. And I'm loving how this, in a totally different direction, goes on top. And I am writing in my notes, of course, that I really need to explore this further. this set of rhythm papers, I call them, are, I think it's ink, just with a brush, dipped, and just barely touching the paper each time in a grid formation. I experiment with different spacing between the dots, sizes, how long I leave it on the paper, and it is also, this could be done on a tissue paper, a rice paper, anything that's can melt away. And this piece of collage, I refer to it as my direct painting. I use copy paper, newsprint paper, and even this is my deli paper that I've showed many a times. You can get it on Amazon. But though I've heard from my wonderful subscribers from Europe or England that it's difficult to find. So any substitute, just keep searching for those, maybe in kitchen stores or any place like that. And I'm coming in with my thin layers, and that's just what this called for. And what I love is that each page tells me something different. Even though my attention at the beginning was to keep going with this one exploration, which I am, but it occurs in such different types of layers. And when this is happening, that's why it's great to write your self-reflections. They only take a minute, and they're very important if you are planning on taking your art journaling or your 10-minute daily practice and going further with it. It is a wonderful way to practice, explore, play, and discover.